to my grocery list. So the salt that I need to purchase is the Celtic salt. However, as I said, as we're going in toward the end of the month, it's a little difficult for me as a senior where I live in Canada to purchase the things toward the end of the month. But when I do go grocery shopping, at the top of my list is going to be Celtic salt, if I can find it. Now, the two salts that I have is I have the ionized salt, and I keep it in a jar. I keep all my food in jars. And I also have some pink Himalayan salt. And I'm able to get the two of these from the dollar store, so I keep a stockpile of them. But, however, from what I've been reading, the Celtic salt is the better option for me. And so when I go shopping this time for my groceries, I'm going to look around to see what I can find. Now, the health benefits of Celtic salt, I'm going to have to read it to you. Electrolyte balance and hydration, okay, because it's packed with sodium, potassium, magnesium, so this will keep the body fluids, the nerves, and the muscles all in check, okay? So having those three things, the sodium, the potassium, and the magnesium in the Celtic salt is what I'm looking for. And a lot of the times in the ionized salt, what they do is they take those things out. They take those things out, they basically strip the salt and then add things to it. So if we're talking about Celtic salt versus the refined salt, okay? Refined salt is produced by removing impurities and minerals from natural salt. So this process will leave only the sodium chloride, which is then fortified with iodine, okay? So refined salt is commonly used in processed foods and has been linked to health problems such as high blood pressure. And what do I have? I have high blood pressure. So this salt is a no-no for me. Definite no-no. Okay, so the second benefit of Celtic salt that I am going to purchase is the alkalizing effect on the body. Now, alkaline cancers, they hate alkaline environments. They like acidic environments, and I have had skin cancer, and I also have lesions that I have to be very, very careful and I have to watch for, right? So, and do realize this, that I had a melanoma on the top of my head, and melanomas have a tendency to spread, and they're one of the more dangerous skin cancers, so I have to be very aware of this. So an alkalizing effect from the Celtic salt would be good for me. Now, different from the table salt, okay, the Celtic salt does have alkalizing powers, okay, so it means that it could help balance the body's pH levels and have a lower acidic value in them, okay, so, and this paves the way to make sure that you're protecting your body from cancers and things like that, because as I said, cancer hates an alkaline environment. They like a more acidic environment. So the third thing is that Celtic salt will help support a strong immune system. So the trace minerals and the elements in Celtic salt have a strong backup for that immunity system, okay, for your immunity in your body, and it helps to keep it helps to keep infections and diseases at bay, and it lessens the chances of illness or falling ill, okay? So Ayurvedic medicine and the belief talks about the heart of healthy digestion and immunity, and they link it to the idea that salt, especially Celtic salt, sea salt, contributes to wellness. And I do follow the Ayurvedic health regime, okay, in a lot of ways. Mental, physical, and emotionally, I do follow their Ayurvedic medicine. In fact, my diet is based around my body type. And so what I've done is I've delved into Ayurvedic medicine. I've looked at the body type that I have, and indeed I follow that diet because it works for me. It actually works for me. I research things. I don't just swallow it. I just don't believe things. I research it and I try it. And I tried it, and the Ayurvedic diet for myself and for my body type, it works. It works. So that is mostly vegetables and meat. So white meat, chicken, not red protein, but white meat. But delve into it on your own and research it and find out what body type you have. And there is Pitta and Vata. I'm a Vata. So Pita Vada, and I can't remember the other one, but indeed research it and find out, because there is something to that. Now Celtic salt will also help to improve digestion and nutrient absorption, okay? Now, Celtic salts help kickstart the saliva and the stomach secretions, which you need to break down your food. So this aids in breaking down the carbs and the digestion as a whole, okay? So as a result, what you put in your food paves the way for those nutrients to get into your body. So if you're adding trans fats and things to your food, your body's not going to absorb the minerals and the nutrients that you need from your food. And Celtic salt will help with that. Now, it also talks about it having detoxification properties, okay? And because it's untouched, it hasn't been messed with. The Celtic salt could basically work as a mild detoxification on your body, or as an agent for detoxification on your body, okay? So it helps the body to get rid of those toxins. Maintain healthy skin. Mixing Celtic sea salt with warm water might give some relief from skin issues. It says its sea vegetables and magnesium contents provide soothing energies to your skin. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Now, all salt. You have to be wary of all salt because of sodium and things like that adding to the magnification of your blood pressure, okay? So you have to be aware of any added iodine or iodine that hasn't been added. You have to be aware of what goes into the salt that you are using. It also talks about heavy metal contamination, so you have to be concerned about that. Knowing where your salt is coming from and making sure that it is exactly, you're getting exactly what it is you paid for. Now, it also says that people with metal sensitivities, and I do have, the only jewelry I can wear, well, used to be able to wear, is gold. And I've been finding that lately, for some reason, I've been able to wear cheap jewelry. This ring is basically a cheap kind of knockoff cosmetic jewelry, right? And I don't break out. But at one point in time in my life, I couldn't wear anything that had nickel in it, anything that had silver in it. I had to wear specifically gold. Now, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, but damn, who can afford gold nowadays? So be aware of that. Now, here's a big thing. How much Celtic salt can you consume daily, okay? And what it says here is 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. So that's about 1 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. Now, everybody's needs will vary. You have to be aware of where you're getting that Celtic salt. If you're putting it in your cooking, if you're getting it in salads, sprinkling it in salads and things. So be aware of that, because sometimes we can overextend ourselves without even realizing when you're using salt. Putting salt in your potatoes and salting the potato water, yeah, sure, it might work to help quicken that process of cooking the potatoes, but you have to add that into your diet. So what it's saying is 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. So be aware of that and watch what you're putting into your system, because it can cause a lot of problems down the road. And I know, I've been there. I am living proof of this. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye.